Hello, I was just giving you some spirit fingers, okay? Because I needed to see it. I needed to see myself do the spirit fingers. Okay, so the camera that I bought sent back, piece of trash. So I am on my computer. I hope it works out. I don't really lag on here, but I don't know why I lag on Facebook. Probably just so they can get our mobile information. You know, just saying. Hello to the person who is watching. I hope that you will leave a comment. Oh, fine. It's okay. I can talk to myself, honey. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. No, I'm just kidding. It's been a long time since I've done online things. So getting back in the groove, getting back with people. I shared it on Facebook. A lot of people would rather watch it on Facebook because I don't know. I guess because a lot of the people that watch me probably don't want to have to go to 2 or 3 different places. Therefore, I understand. I understand. Let me check this real quick. Let me check it real quickly. Please let me check it real quickly. Just asking. Can I check it real quickly? Okay. All right. Anyway. I don't know how this finagling stuff works. I just know I'm trying to know how to do it better. I know y'all love that. All of you that's watching, all 500 of you, 0 subscribers, help a girl out. Okay. So last week I started back to work. We'll talk about that. Working on a budget. We'll talk about that. But first of all, I threw that phone over there, the old phone that still had some time on it. You know, I realized, when you get a cancer diagnosis, because for a couple of weeks I was lymphoma positive, therefore facing a life and death situation. Now I had a mental situation that was a life and death situation as well, but really I didn't see the whole picture because I wasn't well mentally. Hello. So I get too close to my 36th birthday and I'm doing really well mentally, physically. My back hurts, but I've had surgery. That's expected, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like I've got a handle on this. I'm possible, you know what? I'm going to work towards getting off disability. I'm going to do all these big, wonderful things. And yes, my arms look big because I can't work out right now. Anyway, therefore, I start to think, I got off my guard, y'all. You know how Satan is. I got off my guard. I'm not giving him more than he's due. But when it's bad, it's the devil. And that's all I got to say about it. And I hate him. I mean, yeah, I hate him. I can't wait to watch him burn one day. All right, just let you know. So, found out that the extreme fatigue, all those situations that have been going on, which put did something just go on? No. All the situations that put so much pressure on my recently failed marriage, a lot of it was due to this illness that I did not know I had. I was laying around all the time. I wasn't cleaning. I wasn't cooking. I didn't feel like doing anything. Quit going to the gym, gaining weight, all that stuff. And with me feeling the way I did, which is feeling like you have cancer, because that's why they thought I had cancer and they checked me. I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle the pressure. Now, I'm not saying that I should have been under pressure for some of the situations that I left over, but I was in enormous pain. I couldn't find anyone that would help me medically wise because neurosurgeon told me it was nothing. It was in my head, So then there's another thing added to the group of things that I just have to deal with every day. And all the time getting accused of cheating on her. All the time, anytime something comes up and I know he's lying through his teeth, oh, let me call this person. They'll tell you. And I'm like, there's no need to call them because I know. Oh, but let's just call them. I was like, if you call them and say that to them, they're going to tell me the truth. And it's going to be, and you're lying. I know you're lying. He would take my telephone when he got it for work because this is killing me. This is my little, I ripped it. My $1.25 went down the drain. So I'd wake up in the morning, my phone's gone. And I start realizing this is like a year and a half before I even decided, before stuff started happening as far as all that goes. And I'm just, every morning I get up and I look for my phone and it's gone. Then he starts asking me questions about people he don't know. People that I had private conversation with because about mental health. And if he had wanted to see it, I would have showed it to him 100%. But it's kind of very strange for a wife to wake up and her phone missing. She fixes the bed. She hollers, "Have you seen my phone? I can't find it," because it would get behind the bed sometimes, or this or that. And I walk back in the room and he's standing there and it's laying on the end of the bed that I just made. I mean, it was that blatant. So I switched to an Android because you can set the iPhone on top of each other or whatever. I don't know how it all works, but evidently you can figure out who they're talking to, etc. Girls messaging him all the time. Did I want his phone? No, I really didn't. Oh, it's work. Well, this is my work, helping people. If you really wanted to know what was said, maybe you should have asked instead of saying, starting calling me by their last names and stuff. There is so much trash that happened in that relationship. And then for me to handle the ridiculous childishness on top of him pushing all my friends away and not letting me have any friends except for who he chooses, on top of him pushing me away from my family, trying to. And then you add excruciating pain that no one would help me with. Then you add night sweats, hacking and coughing at night all the time, freezing to death because I have to open the window. Of course, I'm sure he agreed with it. He loved that too. I bought everything for that house. I bought the new bed sheets. He had pictures on the internet when we first started dating. And it was him with another girl. And it was the same cover that I was laying under. So I bought another one. Go check out his Facebook profile because it's still on there. So, I contacted him. I just asked him, I said, my illness had a lot to do with what happened. Do you think we just meet and talk, just see what we think, not have any expectations, not tell nobody so we don't have anyone to say that's why this happened or this is why that happened. And he replies with a picture of this much of a girl, like this much of a girl, right? I'm like, oh, let me see, I can do that. So I took a picture of Channing Tatum and did it, which this girl was not, it wasn't professional pictures, what I'm saying. And so I'm like, how childish do you have to be that you can't just nicely say, no, it's too far gone. But 2 months ago, he wanted to reconcile. Last week, he told me he loved me. But it's too far gone. It's too far gone now. The things, it's too far gone. I don't care what anybody thinks about what I have to say. I don't care what he thinks. I don't care if he is dating somebody, what they think, because I was his wife, not his girlfriend. And I did have biblical reasons to leave every single time. So this is live. You know, if anybody wants to come on here and say different, do it. You wasn't there. So let's try to move away from that subject. For all of you, by the way, who are on my Facebook, who are telling him that who's liking my stuff and all that stuff, why don't you see if they're even within 8 hours of where we live and not married before you tell them? Yeah, makes my eyes want to bug out. I was nice enough not to mention his name, by the way. So, sarcoidosis can change your life. It can make you a person who is just so tired. Just a second, y'all. Aggravated all the time because you're in pain. Nobody will help you. I know what I'm looking for, but I can't find it. Give me just a second. So anyway, that's why when you first pull this video up, it says I'm single, by the way, because I am. Heart, soul, mind, single. I'm done trying to be the high road. I'm done with the high road with this situation. I hope God touches him. I was going to check my sugar because I was going to talk about that. Since I'm on 40 milligrams of prednisone, and I have to take my insulin reading now. We call it sugar in the South. I mean, whatever, because it makes it go up, and that could be a problem. So far it's been doing pretty well. I have changed to drinking only diet drinks. Even when I go out, like to get a coffee, I get diet, sugar-free, something like that. Anyway, eating a lot of protein, eating vegetables, and I'm already sick of it. Not eating out a lot. It is just, it's a lot to deal with because my life is changing every day, more and more. And I just, 100%, people don't understand how hard it is to have changes like that so soon, so quick. Went to ear, nose, and throat this week because I'm having trouble swallowing sometimes. I had a friend had a death. I'm going to talk to him. I'm not going to apologize for it. Okay, so now that I got that negativity out, I also want to say mutual friends. I'm not going to ask you not to be that person's friend. I'm just interested in being your friend. I'm not going to talk to you about the situation. I am just genuinely miss your friendship. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's over. It never happened. So, I'm going to try this stuff right here. I'm a little scared. Not really. I'm not really scared. I don't get scared about stuff like this. But if it starts burning and I start screaming, y'all call 911. Call 919. Call 919. Please call 919. So, I got this in the Ipsy box. It is a deluxe sample. Listen, I paid $25 for 5 or 6 big regular size things in BoxyCharm, and then I get deluxe samples for $21. in Ipsy. Oh, there's a cute bag in there, of course, but my makeup won't fit in it. So whatever. Anyway, so this is an exfoliating solution. It's a little more on the expensive side. So I thought, hey, let's try it. Formulated to exfoliate dead skin and accelerate the renewal process. Okay. So does it have any directions on it? Probably not. For all skin types. Blah blah blah. Okay, so I'm just going to take some, put it on this little paper towel because I don't have any of those puffy things that are so cute. I think it might have a thank you to watch. Yes, I love it when it's sealed with a kiss. Come on, man. I mean, really? I mean, you don't have to seal it like hermetically seal it. Really aggravating. You know what aggravates me too is when you have to prioritize your doctor's appointments. And when you finally get to, you can be like, okay, I'm sorry, I've had to cancel a couple times. I've had stuff come up. I didn't mean to get that in my mouth. Anyway, has stuff come up? Oh, well, we can't get you in, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I'll go to the gym and do my own physical therapy. Been doing this a long time. Thanks anyway. I just want to use a little bit because look at this. Look how big that deluxe sample is. Oh my gosh. Don't even get me started. Don't get me started on it. No, I need something bigger than that. This morning at 7:30, I had been sitting here since 3 because people were up talking, and which you're not supposed to be. Okay. Let's see if this burns me. I promise y'all, I'm gonna scream. So, Mika's on, knocks a table over into the wall, breaks the table, scares herself when she does that, ping pongs back and forth behind the chair over there. I really tried to stop it. I reached out and I was like, okay, you can stop this, but it was too late. It was too far gone. I had stopped it a million times. It just wasn't stopping this time. It's not burning my face. It's kind of refreshing. But I kind of feel like it's oil of some kind. Yeah, it's got a bunch of oils in it. Has it got eucalyptus in it or something? Still tasting it. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. So, made this big crashing noise. I put a thing on. I put a thing on my door. I was like, I am very sorry that my dog crashed, banged, and slapped at 7:30 this morning. Which 7 o'clock. That's at the end of quiet time, so I didn't really have to worry about getting in trouble. Because I just didn't want to be a mean neighbor. So that happened today. I mean, it's just been it's not really been a bad day. It's just I feel like I never get anything done. It takes me all day to just get ready for the next day, and I'm yet to get everything. It's crazy. It's cray. And I did move the desk in behind this wall for me to teach, so that my neighbor on this side won't hear my voice going that way 7 times a day. So, and teaching so far is going well. It's just guided practice. It's not really teaching. It's more like a guided practice type deal. And some of these kids are hilarious. I love having them in my classroom. I love it when they say, I hope I have you again. Makes me feel like such a good person. And they a lot of them, they're having to catch up with their reading, work harder with their reading due to COVID-19. And it's just an honor to be able to help people who have also been touched by COVID. And we kind of think, even though I had some, um, even though I had some symptoms of the sarcoidosis for several years, that COVID, this is me and my family, we have talked about it and things. I feel that stretching like pulling my skin together. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so we really feel that when I had COVID is when it started, is when it really like accelerated. And, you know, we were in Gatlinburg a couple of weeks ago. We last week before last week. I think it's last week maybe. I can't remember. Forgive me. I can't remember anything right now because the background noise is so loud. um, we were in the indoor flea market, and all of us. I love having that for my kids. Anyway, in the indoor flea market, and this guy stopped part of our party, which there was seven. There were seven of us that went in our glampers, and he stopped them. He was like, "Why are y'all wearing masks?" And I thought to myself, "Oh, see, I was waiting on this to happen." Some people would take it as a political statement, one way or the other, um, for the fact that I have to wear a mask now. In the beginning, I had to wear a mask and gloves because, it was a lymphoma situation. And I'm weird about it. I wiped that whole cart down. I mean, and then anyway, and so they move along. They say, my daughter's immunocompromised. It could really make her sick. Blah blah blah. Well, he just follows them and keeps jumping on them about wearing a mask. Best be glad it wasn't me. Because I just said, listen, this ain't got nothing to do with no president, nothing to do with no government, nothing to do with COVID-19. This has something to do with a very rare disease that I have to protect myself from, or I'm going to die before my time. I mean, do I have to be that blunt, or should I just say it's none of your business? That's what I feel like saying. It's none of your business. This actually lights up. The battery's dead. I don't know what kind of battery to get, but this is my flamingo. I love it. Anyway, I got some of my happy stuff out. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it. Anyway, so since 3 o'clock this morning, I have been working on budget. I went through for the last couple of days. I've seen where I've spent money, how much I spent there, what kind of subscriptions, canceled all kinds of subscriptions, found out how much medical I'm going to have to pay this month as far as medication, what I'm going to have. I mean, I'm really trying to be more, I can never think of the right word, more age appropriate with my money spending. Also, I'm working now, which makes you put a little bit more effort into doing it anyway. But and I asked online, and someone said that Dave Ramsey had an app, and I was like, yes, because I know so many people who have come out of thousands of dollars of debt due to the Dave Ramsey book. And so I'm just doing, a budget, basic expenses, seeing how much I have left over. And I've started having money at the end of the month, which I have never been able to do. Never been able to do. And part of it's because I don't feel like going. I ain't gonna lie. But after being able to get to the end of the month with some type of money, one time it was $2. I was like, hallelujah. I mean, that's a step in the right direction. It's a little hard because Sometimes I have to drive to. I have to drive to Coburn several times if I have a doctor's appointment. I'm not going to make them pay for the gas all the time for taking me, and I'm not having to ask them for help as much. And but of course, this is the first time I've been out after living on my own for several years. So I'm actually by myself, but I lived out with, yeah. So working on that. By the way, those of you who do not know, I did not know. Um, I was unable to make my PetSmart, wherever it is up in Norton. I was unable to make that appointment with my dog because I had an appointment come up, which happens when you have a rare disease. Sorry, gotta cancel. But her nails are just getting so long because the last people that I took her to didn't cut her nails really. I mean, they were long. I was so afraid she was going to cut and get them stuck in the carpet or something. I couldn't handle it. So the vet did it for $12. They were great with her. She didn't scream. They didn't scream at her. Them people up there, when they were doing her nails, they screamed at her. Because I sat there the whole 2.5 hours and watched 3 hours. I did, because that's what a mama does. Now I don't feel bad about leaving her there now, but I'm just saying, mama watched. And when she stuck her big head underneath the thing, trying to leave, trying to get out of there, mama laughed. I had to lay my seat back. I laid my seat back and laughed. I never had taken an animal to have to be groomed before, and especially not a de-shed treatment. My gosh. But it keeps her hair off everything. Gosh, it helps so much. So she's gonna have that like every 6 weeks, once a month, something like that, as long as I can afford it. So I just so much going on. I have to make an eye appointment because sarcoid can cause problems. So last time I went, my nerves and everything was great. So I don't know. I'll call and see. But my doctor and my primary care said every 6 months I got to have an eye check. And I don't know if my insurance, because it is a medical situation now, if my insurance will pay for the glasses, but that would be great. So I don't have to buy vision, but I'm going to look into it anyway. I had five cavities when I got checked. I hadn't had my teeth checked in like 3 years. Okay, move along. I had one right here that I could stick the end of the fork. I could stick the prong of the fork up in. You're talking about painful. And then I had 2 down here fixed, and then the day after they fix it, it comes off. It looks like I got something stuck in my teeth all the time. It drives me insane right on the front. I got to go back in the beginning of May. So I get an email that says, "We're sorry to see you leaving," from my Delta Dental Vision. And I'm like, why am I leaving? Because I sat there when a mother made the payment last month before I went into the dentist office. I watched her put it in. I had the receipt, So I called them to see what was going on. They don't have any record of my information. I couldn't even get through to speak to someone because I was not. They wanted me to go to the part where you sign up. And I'm like, no, if you're going to cut my stuff off and you're not going to send me an email or anything in the mail or anything and tell me what's going on and you're just going to cut me off, and no, you don't do that with insurance. But I have an insurance license. I can sell the insurance. That is not ethical. I could write some people over that. So I'm going to look at what my dad and my mom got and hopefully get everything worked out. I just, I really feel like that might have helped my skin, but I'm also using a medication on my face and on some places that are sarcoid. I didn't see that place. Oh, that's a place. Anyway. So, I'm hoping to get some followers on here, hoping to get some subscribers on here. One day I'm going to come on here. My dad did a lesson Easter Sunday. He's a Sunday school teacher, and I asked him for his notes because I'm going to do it on here because it really shows us what Christ went through the week of his death and burial and resurrection. And I really feel like it's something that everyone needs to see or hear. And so I'm going to get his notes and we'll flush it out with anything that I feel like I need to add. It's going to be Bible. And you don't have to ask me what I believe about things because I gave up my right to have an opinion when I decided that I was going to lay down myself and pick up the cross. So if you want to know what I believe about a situation, look in the Bible. That's why a lot of people don't talk about things with me because I just say, well, what the Bible believes is what I believe. And if I don't know what that is yet, I'll go find out. So I just, I actually contacted a place and I'm going to get some help because now that I'm working, got to take a shower. Taking a shower is the most painful thing I do all day since the sarcoid has developed the way it has. And it's embarrassing. And I've got tears in my eyes thinking about it because sometimes I would just not take a shower. Just not take one. Now I have these like adult, what are they called? The wash rags that are wet. And it's just, it's like what you use when you're in the hospital and they don't have a shower in your room. And they're thick and it's like taking a bath. It is, but it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. I was getting depressed because of how much hair was coming out when I washed my hair, plus doing this, and then doing this, and then reaching everywhere. A lot of my pain is up here. It's up here in my upper body. So I contacted them. I told them, I said, it's just something that I need help with. I said, it's embarrassing. I didn't want, I was on the phone with that lady and I just couldn't tell her. I mean, I just couldn't say, I can't clean myself every day because it hurts too bad. So, so I think someone's going to be contacting me. I think I might have somebody who can just come out and help me take a bath or something. And they get paid for it. So, and change clothes because it's with this shoulder and this arm. Since I had I'm not doing nothing dirty. See that line? That's where they took that lymph node out, which ended up being huge, evidently. So, trying to get my arm through clothes, trying to pull stuff. When I do that, I'm done for the day. That's all the pain I can handle. I'm done. There's nothing else I can do. I'll sit in that recliner or get on the computer. And now that I'm doing this and typing to my little kiddos, it's just something that I've looked into. And there's no use in my mom or somebody like that driving from Coburn to Big Stone to get me a bath and go home. So I did the big girl thing and I asked for help. So, by the way, I'm 36 years old. I am from Big Stone Gap. Well, I'm from Dryden, lived in Coburn. Now I am in Big Stone Gap, Virginia. I go to church. I'm a Christian. I've been a Christian since I was 6 years old. And I make mistakes, but that's my beliefs. God's never not walked away from me and not walking away from him. He's going to get me through this, and I'm going to help people the whole time. I'm not perfect. About the money situation, I'm working on that. I'm just, I'm starting to work again since the first of the year because, emotionally and physically, it wears you out to get a cancer diagnosis. And then they say it's sarcoidosis. Well, you go and look that up. They don't know what causes it. They don't know. You can't cure it ever. You may still have to have cancer treatment to stop your immune system from attacking your organs. and killing them. And you can get scars on your face, scars on your arms, on your body. And I just decided when I was on vacation that I was going to live. I'm going to do what I can do, and then I want to rest. And so I started back at work for VIP Kid, teaching children, mentoring children in the United States who need some help with reading comprehension, etc. And it's not a hard job. It does require, some learning. I have started back with pharmacy, the makeup brand, if you don't know what that is. I am putting an order in the 28th, I believe, a week from today. If you need something, let me know. If you have somebody, don't leave for me. Definitely stick with your person because they've been there for you. Last thing before I go. I have to take a controlled substance. I've taken a controlled substance for 12 years. Every day, on time, pee in a cup, everything's fine. I'm not one of those people that has trouble with that kind of thing. And I had a controlled substance that was cheaper at the Food City. And this is not a controlled substance that can help you get high. This is something that is weird, and I'm not going to say what it is. And you wouldn't find it. And if you try to knock me in the head for it, I'll run you over with my truck. Just kidding. But it was, and they sent me. They had a thing that was on my chart that said it would be cheaper there to use. You print this off, and it's like a card that's a print off, and you take it with you. So I have my doctor call it in there. My doctor is very particular about certain things. For a long time, you had to take paper prescriptions. He would not call it in. No, not doing it. So just the fact that he was calling it in helped because I lived in Coburn. Now I'm here, but I still use the Walgreens in Coburn because they've been there for me since I got sick ever at 17, 16. Well, so I go in, I'm with my mom. I've got my Michael Kors little hat thingy on. I've been at the doctor. I feel like crap. I've been up all night. Because sometimes I take 20 milligrams of prednisone in the morning, 20 at night. So sometimes at night, it's just too much. I can't do it. I can't sleep. Bye-bye. No bye-bye. I had been up all night that night, downstairs, working on my budget. That's when I went through my bank account. I went through PayPal. I went through everything. And just starting fresh, cut everything out. All the subscriptions, all that crap's going. So I work, and then I did taxes. I did everything. I didn't go back to bed. See, I got up at 2. I didn't go back to bed till after my brother left for work. And so, I go in there. I look like crap. I've got places on my face because of sarcoidosis. And I say, yeah, I'm here to pick up this medicine. My name is blah, blah, blah. Birthday, give him my birthday. I didn't have my wallet with me because I thought I didn't think I needed my card because I was using the card that the doctor's office said. Well, the person that was there was not nice. They didn't want to explain why they wouldn't feel it until they wrote it in my insurance. They just flatly said it, treated me like a drug addict. Therefore, my father went the next day, and there was a different person there. She explained everything. We understood. We understand. Picked it up. It was still cheaper there than it was at Walgreens, even with my insurance. Don't ask me how, but it was. Therefore, everything's taken care of. But it was just a couple of days of just total crap with this one guy that worked there. And, because of that, I just can't move my stuff down here. I'm telling you, it freaks me out because I'm on medicine I've been on 10, 12 years. So how am I, not 20, 36, 10, 26. Some stuff I've been on 10, 16 years. And can you imagine walking in one day and someone saying, I can't give it to you? Blah, blah. You know what? The people at the Walgreens in Coburn will go above and beyond for me because they know what I've been through and they care. They don't just stand there and look at me like I'm a drug addict. They know I'm not. They know I'm just a sick person. So I've never, ever had a bad drug screen. Ever. With the amount of drugs I'm taking, you think I would. Never. Everything has always been expected. They call me in. I take messing with me every time, and if I need, and I make sure they count the ones I need to count because I want to be accountable to them, and I want them to know I'm doing the right thing. And I just absolutely refuse to go in and spend money in a place. Now, I mean, it's cheaper there. One of them is. So I'll get it there because that's just ridiculous. But I'm not moving my medicine down there. Not doing it. Not for that attitude. Not doing it. So anyway, if there are any little shortcuts that you use that help you save money, coupons is one of them. I started to just buy like the Kingsport Times on the weekend. But then I thought, why don't I just go up there and spend $1.50 or whatever? So I'm just gonna do that. They keep messaging and calling saying, hi, your stuff's not going through. We just need your stuff to go through. They must need people bad because I'm like, okay, I'll fix it. I'm not fixing it. I can go right down here and get one. So coupons is one. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of Fetch, Rakuten, Receipt Hog, Receipt Pal, all of these, and then the gas app. All of these give you cash back. Ibotta, they will give you cash back to your PayPal. I made $35 in one day scanning receipts that my parents had saved for me. It went into my PayPal account the next day and I spent it. $35. That can make a difference. You know what? If I'm 2 days from payday and I just want some milk and cereal, that $35 makes a difference. So anyway, so all my ducks and my flamingo and I love you. Jesus loves you. More importantly, if you need anything, let me know. Pharmacy, I'll get the hookup for you. I'll put my little thing down here. This is my website. You can shop. You can buy it for yourself and have it shipped to you, or you can holler at me and I'll put that information there where you can email me. If you'd rather talk on the phone, send me an email and then I'll give you my phone number because I'm not going to put it on the internet, especially since I'm just changing. You know what I mean? So I hope everybody's had a great day. Jesus loves you, so do I. Have a good evening. Go to church tomorrow.